Hey, let me charge phone while I'm sitting here waiting. Is everybody? How y'all doing? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hello, what's your tea? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Ain't shit going on. I'm just yes, back home. Back home. Hey Brandon, hey Kay, how are y'all? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. It was pretty good. I had a great time. I got tans. Y'all see my tan lines? I tried to get in the sun a little bit to cover them up, but I guess I didn't stay in long enough. Hey, Victoria, how are you? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. But I am the bronze goddess. I'm feeling super bronzy. Mm-mm-mm. Ain't nothing gone. Yeah, I feel good. I feel super tan with my jumpsuit on. Uh, mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I really want to talk about how annoying YouTube has become. Hey, Coco, how are you? What y'all doing today? What time is it? It's 9:30. I watched Old Guard on Netflix. Was it earlier today? I don't know if it was earlier today or last night. I can't remember. I watched Old Guard. It was good. With thank you, um, Amo. I wish yeah, I watched the Old Guard with Charlize Theron and I don't know them other people. But I loved it. I enjoyed it. A lot of people were talking about it, and I really enjoyed it. I was like, "Oh, this is cute." I can't wait till the second one comes out. I enjoyed myself watching it, just randomly. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I do, I do feel. I can't say that I am like fully afresh, but fully like refreshed because the whole time we were there, we were staying, we were in the pool like, I mean, like 12 hours at least. We would wake up, eat breakfast, go and get in the pool, and stay in the pool talking all day long. And so think about swimming all day long. So my body was like, "Oh, you a workout bitch, huh?" so so it was kind of I would be dead asleep, and then we would get into conversations that would last to like 3, 4 in the morning. So it wasn't just too much sleep, but it was relaxing. Um, we didn't have to wake up until we wanted to. In my particular room, like the first night I was there, it was cold as shit. But then it was cold as shit. But then the rest of the night, it was kind of hot in my room. I was like, mm. And there was some weird ass way you had to control the air conditioning. It was crazy. Did y'all have some good liquor? We did have liquor the first night. Yeah, we had liquor the first night. But we ran through it because it was four of us, and they only got like one bottle. So we ran through it for most of the first day. Um, we went to Palm Springs. We rented. It was four of us, and we rented a luxury home for the four of us. It had four bedrooms. We all had our own bathrooms. It was amazing. I loved it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love these two. I like pink. I like pink and gray together. There's something about pink and gray that I like. Especially in men. Like when men wear pink and gray suits, I love that. That's super cute. But I like gray with I love gray with neon colors, like gray and like neon pink or gray and neon green, like like the ones that are on my toes. I like that. I do. What else? Yeah, I like gray with neon color for some reason. It makes me feel good. Oh, you wearing the pimp pack? Yes, this is my. You know. Pink and gray reminds me of the swishy pants people used to wear. What's that? You left Cali just in time. I heard they went back into lockdown. Did they? Well, everybody was still kind of locked down. We didn't go anywhere. Like we didn't go into any nothing was open. We didn't really leave the house because, we were our logic was this. Was my logic. My logic was I much rather be quarantining in a $3.7 million home than my home. That ain't nowhere 3.7, nobody's nothing. And I'm going to be in the house with three other people, and I'm exposed to more people that I don't know going to the grocery store. So if I can go to the grocery store with my mask and all my things, then I should be able to go to this home that I'm going to be stuck in with my friends who we all know that we've gotten tested and tested negative for COVID. I might as well be stuck in the house with them. Now, only risk I was taking is actually flying there. But, I'll be out and about. I have to go to the store. I have to go to, I feel like I'm exposed to people. But I put my mask on and wash my hands and make sure I don't put my hands in my mouth. I'm like, oh, it gets to the point, girl, where if you're going to get it, you're going to get it, girl. Take your precautions. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not my home, but, you know, I feel like, if I can have, that's the beauty of like Airbnb, because that's how we got it. The beauty of Airbnb is that you can get access to these things that you never got access to in regards to home. So through Airbnb, I have stayed in some of the most luxurious places for super, super cheap. Where you're like, oh my God, I can rent this for a day or two and live like a fabulous person. That is fire. I live, and that's what we did. We poor trans women, we couldn't afford that on our own. But if you bring us together and make it happen, we can do that. And it was four of us, and so we could afford it for a week. And so that's what we did. And then we went and got groceries and split the groceries. We all cooked because we all, know how to do something in the kitchen. So we all went to the grocery stores and picked out a meal that we wanted to cook. And, we all cooked or helped each other cook. Whoever the main cook was, they was making the rules, and then the rest helped with the cutting of the vegetables, like your mama used to do. And so each of us, like Janelle cooked, I cooked like some yummy tacos. Janelle cooked oxtails. Um, Me and Arya cooked smothered chicken. What did Brianna cook? I can't remember what Brianna cooked. But everything was delicious. We enjoyed ourselves, and we had ice cream and snacks and just foods and tons of water. It just was good. It just was such a good experience. Hey Elle, how are you? Yeah, we did take turns cooking. Let's see. I don't know what language that is. Is that Arabic? I don't know what that means. Do they have a translator? I don't know how to translate that. What does that mean? I don't want to be like I don't know what that is. All I know how to make is how to make taco salad. I know how to make anything you can cook. I mean, not cook. Anything you can kill and bring to me. I know how to skin it. I know how to clean it. And I know how to cook it and make it taste good. So I can kill a deer or a squirrel or a rabbit, or chicken. I know how to kill it, skin it, and cook it. But that's because my women in my family are country girls, so we know how to do all of that. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, Janine, being quarantined with people you love is the way to go. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, did y'all hear about that girl that they trying? Well, I guess they found her now. They found in the lake. Like, I really want to know what happened. How your baby get back on the platoon, but you didn't get back on the platoon? Like, did something come up and snatch you before you could get back on the boat? Did you get like what? Like, that is strange. Like, did you fall off? Did you? Like, it's a lake, so I'm trying to think of, was it some currents under? I'm trying to. There shouldn't be no currents, like no undercurrents. Remember they got that wrestler. So I really want to know the circumstances. I really want to know the circumstances of how that happened. Yeah, like I don't know. It seemed like real strange that your baby is on the boat and not you, unless she was like, shit, keep your ass on the boat. Let me go swim a little bit on my own. Since I gotta tote you around all the time, at least keep your ass on the boat and let me have a little me time right here in the water. Keep your bad ass there so I don't have to watch you out here. And let me swim a little bit. Maybe that was it, maybe. I do too. There are so many things said. Three people have passed from the Glee cast. Is there the Glee cast is kind of huge. Is there plants in the lake that you can get stuck on? Anyone know? I'm not around the lake a lot. I'm around. I've been around lakes, and the ocean is definitely much more scarier. So the ocean is, for me, the ocean is definitely much more unpredictable. It feels much more unpredictable. Like even in the water, like if you're in, especially water that's moving, like it's different if it's like some still or water, but the waves come in. I remember it's hard to gauge when you first start swimming in the ocean. For me, um, it's hard to like when the next wave is coming and you trying to come up for a breath. it's hard to gauge sometimes when the next wave is coming. So you think you're coming up for a breath, and it's another wave coming where you out and take your air. So where a lake, only thing really scary for me about a lake is like that I can't see in it. Like I can't see. Like if you go to Galveston here in Texas, you can't see through that damn water. But any other place I've been with some good ocean, um, you can kind of see in the water. But lakes are scary in the sense that I can't see around me. I can't see through the water because it's usually like murky. I remember we used to go to this lake in Indiana called Lake Monroe, and we would go out in the middle of the lake and we would jump in the water, and I would be this close to having an anxiety attack, um, just because the nervousness of not being able to see what's in the water, and I didn't really enjoy that. So I got in for like maybe let me say 15 minutes. But then if I didn't think about it, I could just be like, oh, da, 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 da. But as soon as my mind went to, ooh, what's down under here? And then I was like, ah, then the fear raises up in you. And I would get like, I gotta get up out of this water. This is whack. I don't like not being able to see through shit. Um, Let me see. I only cost I only cost two passing from the caught. Is that what you mean? From the D class. Mark killed himself because he was tiptoeing into the kid's room. Oh, he's a pedophile? Ooh. I don't know nothing about I never watched it. I think that was out of my age range. I think I was a little too old for it by the time it came out. Um, Maybe, I don't know. Well, I only cast two passing from I've seen someone get dragged into the ocean and drown. Yeah, I don't know. That little whole thing about people getting snatched into the ocean, I'm like, I don't know. I'd be like, I know it's unpredictable, but I don't know. I've never experienced like feeling something that I couldn't. Never experienced like the ocean feeling like it's pushing me out into the ocean. I felt waves come in that felt like, oh shit, I'm pushing them back down, like I'm pushing back on the beach. But I haven't felt anything that made me feel like I'm while I was in the ocean that made me feel like I'm getting pulled in or that I'm getting pulled out to sea. I haven't experienced that. Every time I'm in like ocean water, it's usually Pacific Ocean. I'm rarely in Atlantic Ocean. And Galveston, I don't really like going in that water because it looks gross. It looks like I'm gonna get salmonella or some kind of parasite or whatever. I usually when I'm in ocean water, I'm usually um, like on a beach, like when you go on cruise and you're on a beach, or when you go in California. Usually that's where I'm at. It's never the Atlantic. It's always the tropics. Like if you go to Jamaica or Pacific, like if I'm in San Diego, if I'm in LA, or if I'm in San Francisco, you're in beaches in that regards. So I never really feel I can see through it, and I never really see the water doesn't pull you down. The waves will come up and wear you out, but pull you, I don't know. I never felt that. Not, yeah, I never felt that. So I don't know what that feels like. Mm. Yeah, I don't like not being able to see. And actually in Abu Dhabi, which is around 45 minutes away from me. Hold on, I missed something. Um, hey Queen, hey Coco, you still in Dubai? Yes, Still is. You're gonna lose a limb and gobbles the water. Right. Mm-hmm. Abby, Dora, are you trans? Yes, I am trans. I am. That's what my whole channel is about. Um, no, Galveston is rough. You can see nothing once you get in there. Yeah. No, thank you. Berg is still stuck a little minute. How is Dubai? I heard girls get shaded at their airport and get detained if they're trans or something. Didn't Gigi Gorgeous get detained? Where did she go where she was trans and got detained? I don't remember. I can't remember where she was at. I know she got detained because she was trans. Actually in Dubai, I never felt that way while I was in the lake. Of course, I'm only in Lake Michigan, so yeah, I've been in Lake Michigan. Yeah, the lakes don't give me the kind of unpredictable fear that I have when I'm in ocean water. Lakes, like I said, it's just about not being able to see. So I guess if I was in a lake that had a little bit more clear water, because I've seen like when you watch Discovery Channel or or something like that, you get you'll see some lakes that are like, oh, this water looks pretty. This lake that has been untouched or rarely touched by humans. So you'll get the kind of clear, beautiful color of a lake, but you won't you know, not where I'm from, not in the Midwest, honey. You're gonna get murky ass lake water. But you better go fishing. That's all that you can do. Yeah, it was Dubai. It was Dubai, yeah. I was treated pretty well for a dark skinned person. The person I saw drown in the ocean was actually trying to save someone else. Damn. How fucked up is that? It was because her ID said male and she looked female. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, Lord. No, her gender marker wasn't changed. Shady. Nigga, you. I wonder, am I looking that hard? I remember when I had to check IDs, I wasn't looking that hard at the gender marker. I was looking at, is your age right? Like, did your picture look like your picture? I'm like, what? I don't know, but that's not my job. So I don't know whose job that is or why they pay attention to that shit like that. That seems weird. Especially when somebody tell you they trans, and it's like, oh, okay. Go ahead, go through, I get it. But for you to, keep them on hold and be all extra, well, how tired are you? I haven't had any tired experiences with TSA recently in my flying travels. I haven't had any. I've had some, but not in my last couple of travels. I haven't had any kind of issues, but I have had. I remember one time this lady, she had touched my piece because I don't. When I travel, I don't tug. I just wear big dresses, so I don't have to tug. And like big long skirts and flowy where it's not all tight on you. Because who is not gonna be tucked and cramped in no motherfucking airplane is me. And so I wear, flowy dresses. So when you get in that scanner, I don't know if but now I do. Previously I didn't. But when they get in that scanner, they assume They make whoever's the person that's behind the scanner that's telling you to come through, they press a button and make an assumption on your gender. And that button determines what the scanner is going to look for based on your gender. And so when they assume that I'm a cisgender woman and they see something down there on the little skinny thing, it will show like a when I look at it, it looks like it's not red. Like if you got metal on, it'll be a red somewhere. But if it's just an unusual mass, it will be like yellow. And so when it's yellow, they have to touch you and search you. And so what I learned was that when they assume that if they say that you're a boy, then they assume that there's supposed to be a mass right there. Because the scanner will say, this is a boy. So there's a mass that's supposed to be there because this is a boy. But if they think you're a cis woman, they think that there's not supposed to be a mass down there. So when they see one, they think you're holding something. So they search you and touch you, and then they say, hello, Heriberto, Jose. Yes. So what I usually do, if I have time, I will go in the bathroom. I will go in the bathroom before I go through security checkout, and I will, because I'll have on like some, comfortable panties, and I'll, tuck, and then I'll go through security, go back in the bathroom, and undo. A lot of work, but I don't have to deal with the security, and I'm comfortable on the plane. And so, yes. I was 6'2", cisgender female, and I almost got arrested because they thought I was trans. I almost got arrested. Why would they? What were you doing that's criminal? Was your plane packed? Yes, I was on United and it was packed. I was like, ooh, Dad! Oh, wait till Tanisha answer that question. Then I'll go into tell y'all what happened on the plane. I got into it with a white man. Trouble. Do you miss working at the airport? I remember for a time on your channel you worked at the airport. Yeah, I started working at the airport in 2009. I don't miss working at the airport. No, not at all. Well, I do miss the boys. Like you meet a lot of boys because a lot of dudes work at the airport. And because it's the airport, you meet a lot of boys going and coming, traveling. So it was cute for the access that I had to boys. Like it would, you can exchange your number all day long. You giving like 5 niggas your number if you're working at the airport. Nothing at all, just peed and I had a hoodie on. Oh, they thought you were a guy coming in the girls' bathroom. Yeah, that's why we have to decriminalize being trans because transphobia affects trans women and cis women that don't fit within the norms of womanhood physically. That's what it is. When the woman touched your piece, did you have to tell her that it was your genitalia? When she touched my piece, she jumped back like she had touched something scary. And in that moment, she turned her body where her back is to me, but the other TSA officer was facing me, and everybody was trying to figure out how to ask me, am I trans? Instead of just asking me. But it might be because they're trained not to have that kind of conversation. So I wasn't tripping. So she goes get her supervisor, and the supervisor comes over. When the supervisor comes over, the supervisor says, we're not able to clear you. She wasn't able to clear you because of something that's in your pants. And I say, because I'm transgender, that's my penis. And the woman says, thank you for letting us know. Let me search you. She searches me and she touches it and she says, okay. She was like, okay, that clears everything up. She didn't want to ask, and we just got to clear that. When you go through the scanner, we click a button that says male or female, and you clearly look like a female, and we thought that was what was going on. And so the scanner said that there was something in your pants. And so, sorry. And I say, here's my card. Here's my card. Let me teach y'all how to do this right. Because y'all clearly need some training. If y'all got a budget, if your supervisor's got a budget, or whoever the people that be have a budget to be able to come in and let me do some training for y'all so you can handle these situations with care. Here you go. And I end up getting a call from them. They didn't have my rate, so I didn't. You're a government organization. Y'all have my rate, but they didn't have the rate that I wanted to charge. But yes, now unfortunately, because I had that moment. Every time that supervisor sees me in the airport, she goes and tells somebody my tea, and she think I don't know that she's telling my tea, but because she thinks she's trying to be slick, which I really hate that. I really hate people who think that you can't tell when they're being messy. But now she tells my tea all the time. Yes, shady. Hey, what were the changes in safety procedures for COVID? Did they take any precautions at all? Well, you have to wear your mask at all times. There were some things on the like the line that you create when you're going to security. There were some things on the floor that showed like 6 feet separation, but no, wasn't nobody paying attention to that. They kind of because it was the line. First of all, the lines weren't long because it's not a lot of people traveling. But once you get by the scanners and you put in your bags and how you put your laptop in one bin, your shoes in one, you take your shoes off and put your bag in one, and you send it through the conveyor belt. That part of it, we still right next to each other. We still right next to each other. We're still close to each other because we can't be 6 foot away. But everybody, you have to wear your mask. There was this white lady who wasn't wearing her mask, and this lady in this store in the airport was like, "Sweetie, we can't serve you. You need to leave the store." And she was like, "I have a medical condition, and they said you need to accommodate me." She said, "No, I don't know nothing about that. You need to get out of the store." I was like, "Baby, Karen about to go off on you, honey." But yeah, you just gotta wear your mask, and that's it. And I have tons of masks because I actually like how the masks look. I like how masks look because they are pretty, and I get different versions. So look at this one. I love these. You can try this on the back of your neck. I have tons of versions because they make me feel like Kitana, bitch. They make me feel like Mortal Kombat, bitch. Make me feel sexy and, modest, like a ninja or something. But I love my mask. I got all kinds of versions, and I like showing them out because I got all kinds of colors. I got all kinds of, just different ones. I don't know where my other ones at. But I think it's a cute accessory. I think it's cute. I'm always trying to find a fashionable way to do anything new. I love it. I'm trying to be Kitana. But yes. Yeah. The late part about glasses is that when you got your mask on and you breathe in, it fogs up your glasses. It's kind of annoying. But yes, that is. I love these, and they're like this one is like a rayon or a polyester or something. I can't remember exactly, but I love it. It's cute. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Hmm. But I love mask. Finish him right. Um, I'm in Mississippi. Yeah, Mississippi seems just crazy. This TSA thing happened again. Not for me. I'm just telling about the first time that it happened. It hasn't happened again. Actually, it hasn't happened. I haven't had any issue with TSA. I'm just telling them about the experience. When you were on the plane, did you get into it with a white man? You were so Omi Ogun. I can't relax. Yes, I did get into it with a white man. Did you have to wear your mask 100% on the plane? Yes, absolutely. So the thing about it, so I'll tell y'all about the white man incident. If you put a little shaving cream on the inside of the glass, it prevents the fogging. But won't the shaving cream make the glasses look silly? Like be fogged up? I don't want that. Put a little shaving cream. I'll try it. Where did you get it? I got mine from Ishakti. I got. I ordered four from this girl on Instagram. This black-owned business that are like African prints. I love them, like those Dutch kind of look African prints. I love them, and I um I ordered that one I just saw from Ishakti because I like their clothes. Um, I like their clothes. Who is Flame Monroe? I don't look nothing like no Flame Monroe, honey. So, um, that threw me way off. Get the fuck out of here. So, um, so once I ordered these from them, I really like them. Don't play with me. She's trying to get blocked just for that. Bye. Tried it. So, so, um, so yeah. So once I ordered them, I I put I put a new order in because I only ordered that one to see how it was, and I love it. So I'm ordering way more. So I'm ordering way more in regards to the mask because I need more because I love those, and they have them in various colors. They have them in prints that are like smiley faces and shit. So I'm gonna order a lot of them. So yeah, so I'm on the plane. So I'll tell you a story about the white man. So I'm on the way back to Houston. We're on I had a connection in Denver. I had a connection in Denver, and then I had a the so the plane from Palm Springs, both planes, wherever I was going, the plane to and from Palm Springs is always small because that's a small airport. So it's always like this small. So I hated those planes because they make me feel like I'm on a roller coaster a lot because they're so small. So I hate them. But the one coming from any place that I made a connection to, whether it be San Francisco or Denver, they were the big planes with the two aisles. So they have like two rows here and a row of three here, a row of three here, and a row of three here. So they have two aisles, one of those big kind of planes. So So when we get on the plane, so you have to wear your mask. That is not, it's mandatory. You can't not wear your mask. So, and I'm not a Trump supporter. I want to wear my mask and I want them to wear their mask too. Like I want everybody to wear their mask. We just need to have our mask on. Especially since unlike other airlines, they're not leaving the middle seat open. That they are it's packed. So I'm like, oh, so everybody needs to wear their mask and it's cool. So my other kind of mask, so I have the ones that don't have the hanging pretty part. I have the one that just comes right here. And so that one, how it's made, if I move a certain way, like if I move my face a certain way, it will come down over my nose like this. So it'll be like this. And I'll have to lift it back up to my nose. So they have how she made it, there's this string that comes across your head and here where it won't fall off at all. But I took that string out because I don't know, I just took that out because I don't like it on top of my wig. And if I don't, if I'm not wearing my wig and I'm wearing my box, it puts a dent in my box. So I just have the little pieces that go around your ear. But when you just have the pieces that go around your ear, if you move a certain way, it comes down over your mouth. So while I'm, we already up in the air. When I'm up in the air, I usually get my laptop out and I'm like working on my book stuff or got my headphones in, listening to the music, typing something, like I'm doing something that does not require the internet. And so I'm reaching down to pull my laptop out of my bag. So when I lean down, my mask comes down. And so I come back up and it's not totally off, but it's like right here. I'm just like this. And so I'm pulling my laptop. My intention is to pull my laptop up. And then once I'm settled, like think about this happening within seconds. Pull my laptop on my lap. My intention is to reach up and fix my mask. Before I could put my laptop, like I'm doing like this in my bag, pulling my laptop up. Of course, my mask come down. The white man, like right here next to me, taps me on my shoulder and says, "You need to pull your mask up above your nose." I say, "Thank you." So initially, when he first says it, my brain is not feeling any kind of triggered. My brain is not feeling any kind of way. Even though once I thought about it, I'm like, damn, you didn't even give me time to fix it. But my initial response was, thank you. Just thank you. He's telling me my mask is down. I'm fixing it. I thank you. But before I could fix it, when I say thank you and go back to about to fix my mask, he says, "I'm a doctor, and if you don't put it over your nose, I'm going to call the stewardess." The first time, it didn't trigger my brain. But in these seconds, you're making threats to call the stewardess, the flight attendant, and you're telling me you're a doctor, all of which I don't give a fuck about. And so I say, so I fix my mask, but then I raise my mask down and I said, "Sweetie, if you say something reasonable like you did the first time, I listened and I said thank you. But you don't need to make threats or tell me about your profession because I don't care about them, the threats or your profession." Well, I was just telling you, I was like, but you don't need to make threats. Like, you don't need to make threats at all. So stop talking to me. And so I fix my mask and I go back to doing my computer. Blah 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 blah. We get to the landing spot, and my homegirl calls me while we're landing. So we're on the ground. We're pulling up to the gate. So you know how sometimes that takes a minute to drive to where they drive to the specific gate. And so my homegirl calls me, and she calls me on the phone, and she asked me like, did I land or whatever? I said yes, I land. I was like, these white motherfuckers is getting real audacious, and I was like, I'm a total different type of black person. I will beat your ass. I'm not one of them black people. Like, I'm on the phone saying this, and I'm saying it on purpose so everybody around me could hear me. And I'm telling my homegirl on the phone, I was like, I'm a different kind of black person. I'm not gonna let you white motherfuckers talk any kind of way to me without me beating your ass. Like, I'm not a person that's gonna sit there and let Karen get to talking and blah 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 blah. I'm gonna fight you. I'm not. I'm gonna go to jail. You're not gonna be. I'm just gonna pull out my camera and do. I'm not gonna think about pulling out my camera. I'm gonna think about punching in your motherfucking mouth. That's how I do. So now everybody's listening. Now everybody's kind of listening. And so she was like, my homegirl says on the phone, because I don't have her on speaker, they can just hear me. And I was like, he's talking about pull my mask over my nose, but he didn't even give me a chance to fix it. And blah, 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 blah. And so my homegirl said, are you right next to the white people? I said, yes, I am. Like, she's laughing on the phone, cracking up. And so we get done with our conversation, and she hangs up. She was like, we just got to the fucking airport and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, well, text me when y'all make it to the crib or whatever. I'm at the crib because my flight left way earlier than theirs. Their flight left at like 11. My flight left at like 6 a.m. So when I'm done with my conversation, I hang up the phone. The white man taps me on my shoulder and says something about, I want to apologize. That's the first line that I hear, but the tap on my shoulder again after the extraness, I was over it. So he tapped me on my shoulder. I said, stop motherfucking touching me. I don't care what you have to say. Stop talking to me. Stop touching me. Don't put your motherfucking hands on me. I don't play that. I don't care what you have to say. Like, I kept interrupting him because I think he was trying to apologize. But you already got me at 10. Already. And stop touching me. I just kept on saying, I don't care what you have to say. I just want you to stop talking to me and stop touching me. You have already been rude, and I have been reasonably nice. My niceness is over. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. The white people around me said, leave her alone. She told you the first time that you didn't have to make threats and you were threatening. Leave her alone. Oh. So I was like, oh, the white people are coming to my defense. Yay. So all the white people around was like, geez, you fucking asshole. We heard what you said. Leave her alone. We all are trying to get out of here. Leave people alone. Stop bothering people. I was like, yes. So I get off the plane. I get my bag. I get my stuff. Mask on, whatever. And I walk off. The plane. And the white people was coming up to me. You all right? You all right, sweetie? Yeah, he was being an asshole. But as I look at the people who are talking to me, I'm looking at their clothes and I'm looking at them like, wait, these are Trumpers. The only reason why they are defending me is because he had said something about my mask being off. And I can tell these people that are checking on me, now that they're standing up and I'm looking, they're Trumpers. And I'm like, oh, because one of them had those kind of it wasn't a Confederate flag, but it was like it's one of them ones that's still an American flag, but it's those kind of racist Confederate. It's not Confederate, but it got the eagle, and you know how Trump's dressed. And I was like, wait, these are Trumpers. And they only were defending me because they thought that he was talking shit about my about my mask. And I was like, oh, I'm not a Trumper. Don't think of me as no damn Trumper. I wanted to have my mask on. It just accidentally fell off. Leave me alone. Stop talking to me too, you whites. But because if you ever been to Houston Airport, child, if you catch a plane and they let you off in E Terminal, honey, you gonna have to walk especially if you're on United, you walking all the way through E Terminal, all the way through this little skywalk and around the corner, all the way down to C Terminal to get your baggage claim. So it's a long ass walk. And so while we're walking, his wife, who I didn't get a good look at his wife when he first was talking to me. But apparently when she walked up on me while we were waiting for our bags, and she clearly apologized. Yeah, sometime a damn shuttle too, yeah. But she apologized. I did hear her, the initial thing that he said to me when he says, my mask needs to be over my nose, the very first time that I didn't get any kind of angry, that I just said thank you to, I did hear her say something, I don't know if it was my imagination, but I think I heard her say something like, Tom, leave people alone. Like something like, I seen her tap his shoulder and say something like, leave people alone. But she apologized, and I was like, it's okay. I'm not gonna let people ruin my day. I'm home. I'm ready to go to my house and get some rest. I don't care about him, but as long as he wasn't touching me, we good. How about that? But yes, that was my white man experience. But I think he was trying to apologize, because once I clocked that you're making threats and called you out on it, he felt like, oh, maybe I was tripping. Or maybe he was assuming that I was going to be like, I don't need to wear no motherfucking mask. Or something. But no, I was just like, thanks. But like, you talk about you a doctor, talk about you I don't care, fool. Child, I do think that's the only reason why the white people were defending me, because they thought that he was tripping about my mask. Because I got off the plane thinking, and they kept on walking past me, you okay, ma'am? And I say, yes. And then as they walking past me, I'm like, these are Trumpers. No, I'm not on your side. Fuck out of here. No, thank you. No. But yeah, other than that, the flight went really well. That was right at the end. And then I had a cool ass lesbian black woman as my Lyft driver, so that was fun too. Come on, what beat? You should have told him you was a doctor too. That shit I would do. I was thinking about that, but it didn't come to my mind. I was thinking about that before the first touch. Before the second touch. When the first conversation was over, and I was just it was kind of stirring in my brain, like, why the fuck would you tell me about, like, you didn't even chance to put like, I'm thinking in my head that I didn't think the second touch was gonna happen. So I was like, nigga, I should have said, I'm a doctor too. Everybody a doctor, bitch. Get out of here. But once the second touch happened, it was just about stop fucking touching me. Now my rage is about to come out because it worked up in my brain the audacity of him. Because the first time he did it, it didn't work in my brain. It was like, oh, thank you. Thanks. And then he added the doctor and I'm gonna call the stewardess. I'm like, what? Why did you have to? I'm sitting here saying thanks. Why you have to give all this extra? As if I said no. I love the green on your phone. Oh yeah. It's actually tore up. I need to get a new phone. I need to update. Also, he worried about a mask. He touching you could be infected. Yeah, and you're touching me. Right. I like it, child. Leaning in and touching me. Because he was in a seat that was like, it was next to me, but kind of back next to me. Leaning in. I just wanted to apologize. Stop fucking touching me, bitch. Yeah, the capacity was strong. Monday at 10:30. Why do I have that alarm on? I set random alarms. Oh, okay. Not random. Do y'all know Eric Servini? He is a author. He wrote The Deviant Wars. Eric Servini. I'm doing an interview with him on Wednesday. Let me see if I can. Eric Servini. He's like he's a gay. I don't know if he's. I think he's white. I think he's white. He graduated from Harvard. He wrote a book named Deviant Wars. I'm doing an interview with him on his Instagram on Wednesday.
Activity.
It looks like this.
His downfall began in 1953 when he published a sequel.
Yeah. It's The Deviant Wars, The Homosexual in the United States of America by Eric Servini. Who would y'all want me to interview? Like, I've been thinking. So of course I'm gonna I'm working on like a T.S. Madison. Everybody wants me to interview T.S. Madison. So I don't know why y'all want me to interview her, but everybody wants me to interview T.S. Madison. So what do y'all not know about T.S. Madison? So I think I'm gonna do T.S. Madison. I'm gonna send her a message to see if she'll be down. Who else would y'all want me to interview that is accessible? Now y'all know these big wig ass people. These big wigs, y'all gotta hit them up and say, "Hey, we want y'all on Marsha's plate." Because if they, like we talk about like a Jenny Mock and Laverne and these people, once they get to a certain level, they're less accessible. They get really, really less accessible. But me and T.S. Madison cool, so we have talked to each other. We got each other's numbers. I just didn't think about I don't know what we would talk. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what we would say. Yeah. Who else? T.S. Madison. I'm gonna do Trace Lissette. I'm gonna hit up Angelica Ross. I already have interviewed. Does Jacob Kine or go by Jacob anymore? I thought that he transitioned. Are you dead naming? That's not cute. I thought that person transitioned. I don't believe being trans is organic to Jacob, but is I don't know their sis name. Her name is Jessica. Okay, so but is it authentic to Jessica? Not what you believe, what Jessica believes. Is Jessica transitioning for herself? If Jessica is transitioning for herself, then that's her experience. And if you're using her old name, then you're dead naming her. And that's not cute, particularly on a trans platform like mine. She'll be dead naming trans women. Um, I don't know. I don't know anything about Miss Jessica. I just saw that I just started seeing her dress up, and I don't really follow her. And then randomly, I'll see something. And I'll be like, oh, they're transitioning. So yes, in that regard. But what does she do? What does she do? Activism, or she just be on doing her normal stuff? Like, what did she be seem kind of dense to me? Like, what does she do that would bring something more than that? What is that? Could we have a conversation that wouldn't be boring? Could we talk about politics? Does she have range? Like, what is going on? What is going on with her? Like, why would y'all think she would be good for me? Who is Kendrick Sampson? Who is that? It has to be somebody with. Now, hold on, y'all. So it has to be somebody that I want to do trans people, so definitely trans people, but they don't have to be trans, but they have to have some kind of connection to our community or politics or bring something that is relevant to us, to the trans community. They don't need to be trans. So like, for example, so there's a doctor who I want to bring on that does. She was featured on. She's white, and she was featured on Disclosure about trans history. Like she has access to a lot of historical stuff. I want to bring her on because she can give you some educational stuff that we never even heard about. Because she has access to like libraries that we don't have access to, just the layman doesn't have access to. And so I'm thinking about her. So they don't have to be, I'm prioritizing Black and trans people, but they don't have to be that. But they have to be relevant to my content. So I don't know who Kendrick Sampson is, but tell me why he's relevant to my content. Well, well, that was disrespectful. Da, da, da. You just undid years of struggle of trans community in one comment. Rose eyes. Yeah, people are still learning. Nathan from Insecure. Why him? Why Nathan? He's very open about trans rights. Like, is it like just is it just him doing what people have been doing like lately in this climate? Like even Joe Budden put trans lives matter. Like, is it just him just doing it because it's a cool, trendy thing to do now? He ain't really read no books. He just did it. Like, is it that I don't want to have no niggas on my channel that they just kind of just doing it. I would like to have Conscious Lee on my show. I would love for him to be on the show. I would have Conscious Lee. Okay, cool. I would love to have Conscious Lee because I like how he's talking. Um, and he's straight, so I would like to talk to him. Fat Joe supports. Who was Fat Joe supports? Um, I'm a little bit hesitant on Kendrick Sampson too, but he's just an overall activist. Okay, that's what's up. I'd be interested in some trans politicians. Oh, like Andrea Jenkins. I'm working on that. Let me. So Andrea Jenkins, T.S. Madison, Angelica Ross, the doctor. Nathan is fine. He is fine. Not really my type. He's one of those dudes that I can tell that he's fine, but he's. It's like when I see a sickening like red Corvette. Like, ooh, that car is amazing, but I don't want to fuck the car. I can tell that that's a nice car though. That's how I feel about people that look like Nathan. I can tell that other people think he's fine, but for me, he's not really my cup of tea. I'm more of a Daniel on Insecure type of girl. Daniel and Lawrence too. Daniel and Lawrence. Yeah, those are more my speeds. Daniel and Lawrence. Yes. But yes, I'm thinking about Andrea Jenkins having her on the show. Yeah, Daniel's more my team. Me and Andrea actually did a podcast together. Not on my podcast, but I was featured on the podcast. Let me see if I can find the link for y'all. It was for the Minneapolis Institute of Arts. Yes, here. Not that. Mhm. I'm gonna put it in the chat box. Yeah, so the first episode, it was me, Andrea Jenkins, and Lasiah Wade from Chicago. And we were just talking about trans shit and gender discrimination and shit that goes against, shit against trans folks. I think it would be nice for a different perspective as far as straight male voice and seeing where his politics activism entails. But I would pick another trans activist or cis black activist. I was thinking about Conscious Lee. Have y'all heard of Conscious Lee? I was thinking about getting him on the show.
Trans disclosure, and y'all was trying to say how if trans people disclosed they were trans, they would kind of say their life. Well, I got the perfect thing right here to show how that shit is cap. Man arrested in connection to death of transgender found dead in Stonecrest Apartments. They say context is key, right? The witness told police that Walker shot Richie because she was going to release the video of the pair together. Richie posted brand new video on my private snap in just a minute. Y'all have to see how nasty I got with explicit to social media the day before she was found dead. So peep game. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of transgender women ain't got to treat no niggas in a sleeping with them because they do it anyway. With that being said, let's stop being deceptive and being lost in the sauce, or I like to call being fallacious in terms of presenting these false narratives of reality. And with that being said, let's let this cat ass narrative to rest. It's a double line.
First of all, he fine as hell, so come on the show. But that's more my time. But he's straight, and he's talking like I want him to talk. So let's have a conversation. Yes, I love Consciously, and so I am going to be contacting him to be on the show. I like niggas that talk that shit openly, especially straight niggas that know how to look past the bullshit. I don't know who Chef Robo is. Yes, I love him. He's popping on TikTok. A lot of young people like myself are being put on game because of all the knowledge he is dropping. Yes, Consciously is cool. Is a cool cat. I like him. I'm trying to organize a convening on my podcast of trans attracted men, where they get an opportunity to talk and be a part of breaking down the things, doing what I think that they should do. And they have a whole like little Facebook group of trans attracted men really just dismantling that shit and really calling out niggas who are not right and just really doing what the work I think it is. And they really want to start their side of the activism, and I think that is beautiful. So yes, that's what I want to do. So okay, so that's cool. So we got T.S. Madison. Let me type this stuff so I don't forget some of these people. Okay. Anybody else? Hey Dominique, how are you? I'm gonna sing Biden. Psych, I would never have Biden on my show. Get the fuck out of here. I have Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren let us take over her Instagram, so I'm on her I'm on her page. I would have Elizabeth Warren on the show, but I'm sorry. We ain't got shit to talk about. Your old ass teacher, ass. Oh. Dominique Jackson. I would feel ashamed to have Dominique on the show because I read her acting so much. I read her acting on, I do the Pose reviews, and I be reading her acting, and I would feel like I would feel so ashamed. But yes. This is me and Raquel Lord on
so they're not stuck in an environment where they can be unsafe. So that's the work that we are currently doing. We also
me and Raquel on of course Raquel is gonna be on.
Okay, we are back.
So yeah, Raquel. What else? Oh, Dominique, thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. I love Dominique. I read her background. She is opposite of Electro. Yes, Dominique. I know Dominique. Not personally, but I've been following her for years. Just because she's one of the bossing girls. But we're not friends like that. I will gladly come and discuss Black and Pink and my new album. I'm just saying. I've heard about Black and Pink through Aria Saeed. I would have to see what's send me a message on um to send me an email, Dominique, diamondstyles at gmail. Send me a link to the stuff. Let me check it out. How did you hear this rumor that Biden is thinking of asking Obama to be his running mate? What? Would that be weird? That would be weird. Would that be? Has that ever been done? Is that legal? That would be a tricky little move. That would be a tricky little move. That would be a tricky little move. Ooh, that would be a tricky little move. I don't know. That would be tricky, tricky, tricky. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it, but that would be a tricky, tricky little move on Biden's part. I wouldn't want it. So I'm not a um I am not a I don't hate Obama. I like what he represents, but I don't think Obama did enough. I thought that he's a moderate. I'm not into moderate Democrats. There was something that he was progressive on, but he was also a moderate. Like he was yeah, there were some things that I couldn't fuck with. I love what he did with the trans community and trans right and how he stepped up for them. But economically, I wasn't totally with it. Um, yeah, so I wasn't told. I would. Obama would get a a C plus for me in regards to his presidency and what I enjoyed and what I didn't enjoy. He wasn't great to me. I didn't like how he did with immigration. I don't like, he deported them more than Bush. So it's a lot of stuff. I don't like how he was doing with the Middle East. I don't like how some of the things, of course, some of the like they were blocking him a lot of times, but then there was a lot of things that he could have been more aggressive on that I feel he didn't. He wasn't aggressive on. So yeah, so I'm not. Obama don't get me excited anymore. He got me excited in 2008. I voted for him through obligation in 2012. Like, oh, who am I going to vote for? Mitt Romney? What? No. so, yes. So yeah, that's not my team. I'm a little bit past moderate Democrats. I'm really past them. They don't do enough for me. I'm tired of like small incremental change. I know that seems to be the way of politics, but I'm really tired of that. I'm really tired. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. What did I skip? I just want to say, Diamond, I discovered you randomly when I was like 15 or 16 from your Seven Peoples video. I wasn't on Seven Peoples. Are you talking about Just for Kikis? You remember that? Then I discovered you from your weekly pose reviews. Yay! Come on, rediscover. I don't think I was. No, I wasn't on Seven People. But I know what Seven People is, but I wasn't on there. Do you remember? I think it was Just for Kikis. I think that's what you're talking about. Do you remember the YouTuber Sasha Fox? Would love to see you discuss her political views. Let's see, Sasha Fox. Google, who is Sasha Fox? Is she an actress? Hmm. I keep pulling up actresses. Are they actors? Are they trans? Is she a porn star? I'm seeing porn videos pop up. I don't know, honey. You know, I interview porn stars. That's fine, but they gotta have a story that I want to hear, not just their porn stuff. You know, I've interviewed porn people before, and that's great. I'm going to continue, but they gotta have a story that I'm interested in that shows the trans struggle that they overcome, or something like that. It can't just be I'm a porn star. They don't really um, do it for me. Um, oh my God, I love Raquel. I love Raquel. She is brilliant. She's brilliant. She's smart. She's beautiful. I love Raquel. I love her too. You don't know how much you've changed my life. I'm glad I finally caught you on live. Thank you, Kiana. I just listened to you and UA's podcast earlier today. Very informative and interesting. Yes, UA is brilliant. She has taught me a lot just by being my friend. I love her. Yes, and she'll be back. I don't know when, but she'll be back on the show. We got stuff to talk about. I don't think so, but I think we talk about Obama. I would think of him asking Michelle before Barack. That's interesting. Girl, I want Michelle to go and have a beautiful life. Michelle Obama, I feel like she had to deal with so much during Obama's presidency, her and Obama, that they need to just go and live their life. They did what they were supposed to do. Go have fun and do. They're doing the work that I think they should do. They got deals with Netflix. They're putting out um, shows and stuff, and content like that. That's what I like. I like all that. He couldn't do better as far as election. Nobody would turn out voters more. I don't think Obama would turn out voters actually in this climate. I don't think. I think he will rile up the white lash again. What about MJ or Trace? Yes, I said that earlier. I am going to hit up Trace. MJ, yeah, I would consider MJ. But it gets to the point where I'm just going to be having them post people. And if I have Angelica Ross, I already have an interview recorded with Haley's Zahar, the girl that plays Lulu. I already have her. So if I already have her, Angelica Ross, and Trace, that's enough to post people. Oh no. That's why I enjoyed Bernie. He was always so passionate and ready to fight, in my opinion. I don't get anything moderate from him. Bonnie, blah, blah, blah. I was during the primary. I was a Elizabeth Warren supporter. Um, but I also like Bernie. Bernie was my second choice, and then Kamala was my. I don't like her. She's a moderate, but just because if I had to get all the way from the first, second choice all the way down, I probably would have picked Kamala just because she's a black woman. Even though if I had to pick a moderate, it would have been her. Um, that I felt like who could win. So that's what I'm. I wouldn't have wanted Kamala, but if I had to go, I would have liked Kamala better than Biden. They're both moderate, so I would have been like, yeah, sure. I would have wanted her. Um, she's a transgender woman in the adult entertainment industry. Yeah, I've had enough porn people. I could have more. I could have somebody else, but um, yeah, I would want. They have to have some kind of story and be open and not just trying to promote their shit, not just trying to promote porn. Miss Mia Rose TV. Hey Diamond, I love your story time videos, especially your Love Beneath series back in the day. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am in talks to get a couple of my Love Beneath videos scripted and put in a show. I don't know. It's still in talks. So we ain't signed no contracts or nothing. So we working on stuff. So it might be some. If y'all see a storyline somewhere that reminds y'all of your love belief, know it's your girl. Do you consider myself a YouTube OG? Yes, I do. Do consider myself a YouTube OG. Oh, YouTube started in 06. I started in 08. So yeah, I'm a YouTube OG. There's a couple of YouTube OGs that I think of when I think of OGs. When we talk, are you talking about just trans? I would think about Grisno. I would think about Carmetic 1110. I would think about Cat Black. Cat Black is a YouTube OG. T.S. Sexy Chanel. Angela Canary. Even Brianna just Aeon Farr. Jahira. Who's the light skinned girl from New York that's always going off with the hair? Ajane, isn't it Ajane? She's a light skinned girl on the East Coast. Yeah, I have Cat Black on my list. Her name is Ajane, and she has long hair. She always do like roller sets and shit. But she always going off. She kind of be going off on people. Talking about how she goes off on like her Asian people. She blames a lot of shit on her being light skinned. Like she think everybody jealous of her if they're dark skinned. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Is it Aja? It's because her name is something S something 05. It's something. She was on I have a look on my friends list on Facebook. That is a good call out. I didn't even think about a look. Hey, Miss Diamond, I miss you on here. I'm on here every week. I'm on here every week on Friday, and this is an extra day. I'm just bored. Who else? Y'all remember who else? Yes, isn't it S Child number 5? Yes, her. S Child number 5, her. I'm trying to think about YouTube OGs. That's the trans girls that I think about. That I watch. There's some girls that's like popular now. I didn't watch Jeezy Gorgeous. I didn't watch her, so I didn't find out about her till later. I'm trying to think of who else. Who else was doing things? I Heart. Is that her name? Is that the lesbian's name? I Heart. Y'all remember Kamari? He's a trans man now, but he was like on the stud side at first, and then he transitioned. Kamari got a deep ass voice, brown skin, lesbian at first, but then transitioned. Kamari. I'm trying to think about trans folks that I remember. I know Angela. I think of all the people that I would subscribe to that were trans. I don't know who else. Heartbeat, yes, Heartbeat. I remember Raven Over still does videos. Raven Over, she came in here one of my last lives. She came in. Raven was doing. I don't know what Raven was doing, or she's doing kind of newsy stuff like now, where she'll have discussions. But back in the day, she would be doing like kind of strange, like little fashion dance videos or something. I don't know what she was doing. She really wasn't doing what she's doing now, which I think is kind of cute. Trying to think of just the queer folk. Y'all remember Joe Work? XD, who has a podcast now. Of course, Africano Boy, who is my friend. Me and him earlier this year was doing, or not last year, we did a podcast together. He still has it. It's called Hell Now Podcast, and I was the guest when it first launched. So we does there. I was a co-host when it first launched, and we had some funny conversations because he's funny, and that's my gay son. Y'all remember Sweet TV, Sweets TV, Sweetest TV, um, Sweetest is Sweet, Sweet TV or something. It's a black girl, light skinned black girl. Sweetness TV, something. I can't remember her name. But Nunu, your boy Nunu, Joe Work, trying to think of all the queer folks. Of course, Bear TV. We not friends no more, but we were friends. Bear TV. Of course, what's his name? God, what is his name? The light skinned one with the long hair. B. Scott, yes. Yes, I remember. That's definitely a YouTube ugly. Yes, Sweet Addiction TV, her. I remember Tila Lorraine. Yeah, Tila. Back in those days, we got into it because she wanted me to promote her on my channel, and she was getting weird, and so I had to let her go. Princess Jules. I didn't meet Princess Jules until later. Actually, Camille, I'm trying to get a book deal, Camille, and so one of my books is going to be the extension of the Love Beneath, my working girl days, and and me and my mother's relationship with her addiction. So I'm that's what I'm working on, and I'm trying to do a 3-book deal so I can get the most money out of it. So that's when that is gonna. I'm just in the process. There's a lot of doors opening, and I don't know what doors are gonna open. So what doors are gonna pan through. So that's what I'm waiting on to see what I got. I got producers coming to me. I got book people coming to me, and nothing is like set in stone. So I don't know what is happening. So I'm just waiting to see, and I don't want to run out of ideas, especially based on my life. Sweet Addiction to B Scott. Yes. B Scott just left YouTube. B Scott has a podcast, doesn't he? I think. Africana Boy got inconsistent with his podcast. Yeah, after COVID. Jabari, the trans man, light skin, he mixed transition on YouTube. Oh, you talk about Walter. Me and Walter are real friends. Like, we cool. Walter is balling now. I don't know if y'all Jabari. Walter, his name is Walter. Like, his real name is Walter. And Walter is balling. Like, 6-figure job. He got a girlfriend. Yeah, Walter is doing really good. I haven't seen him online in years. He's online on his Facebook page. He's not online on like YouTube and stuff. Once Jabari went, you remember Jabari went kind of viral on World Star, and it kind of messed up his life, and he ended up moving to California, and then he's back on track. So he has a very he ain't stealth, but he very I don't know about that internet shit. So you have to worry about that. The Scorpion Show, there's some OGs. I just feel like they could have done more, but they still sitting in their mama's dining room, which is kind of. I thought they would upgrade it. They just didn't upgrade like I thought they should. Once they had that fucking interview with Lady Gaga, I was like, girl, I thought that they were going to upgrade, and they did not. So I was wondering I didn't know what they were doing. And the episodes aren't the same. The episodes aren't the same without you. You give a good balance of analysis and not just sound effects and theatrics. Yeah, I try to tell Brian that I think we balance each other out because he gives the silly funny and I give the more grounded political stuff. Yeah, so I think Yeah, I thought I would be great, but he don't do business right, so we can't always work together. um okay, work sis. Yep. Kid Fury, I love Kid Fury, but he has moved on to podcasting. Kid Fury has not one of it, to me, one of the top podcasts in the game, especially as far as queer podcasts. Um, you know, he has moved on to bigger and better things, which is beautiful. They didn't move with the wave. Yes, leaving the Miami players hat, loving the Miami players hat. Yes, I got this on my cruise to Mexico. I love it. Quadir needed to upgrade. He did, didn't he? Didn't he upgrade? Didn't he upgrade his camera? I don't know. I don't know what happened to Quadir. I don't know. I didn't follow him that much. The antics got too much for me. I liked old Quadir when he used to play characters and he wasn't just reading and ranting. The reading and ranting Quadir got old for me. I like the creative, musical, acting, different characters Quadir. That's the Quadir that I loved. Once he got to always ranting, it stopped being cool for me. So I kind of got disinterested. Mikhail was transphobic as fuck. Yes, Mikhail was. Yeah. Liquor and Cereal YouTube show. The old days. Liquor and Cereal. I never heard of them. Liquor and Cereal. I'm trying to think of who else did I listen to. I'm trying to name all the black people I listen to. The natural hair girls, like African Export. I don't. If you didn't transition during that time, you probably weren't paying attention to them. Natural 85. What's that light skinned girl with the big curly fro? She into like witchy stuff now. I don't know. Her name is different now, but it's Taryn 67. But I live for her. I live for Taryn Guy, yes. African Export, I live for Kimmy Tube. They had Kimmy Tube. I thought that was drama. There was drama between African Export and Taryn. I don't remember that. I thought they all had issues with Kimmy Tube. Hey, friend, hey. I didn't follow her because she looked like a female version of Beavis. And I couldn't take her seriously because her face, it's something about her face that looked like Beavis to me. That's shame, but I couldn't get into it. I had to cut it out. Golden X, her name was Ambrosia. I watched her. For It Rocks, yes, I know her. For It Rocks got more popular after I stopped being disinterested in YouTube. When I first started seeing her, she wasn't as popular, but she has blown up. She blew up. They had a problem with Taryn. They had a problem with Taryn because she was all the things they hated. She was a 3C. She was light skinned. You know how the community can be. And that's just what it is. She was one of the things that, they always show the girls who have this hair. So she had everything that you're like, fuck these bitches. So yes, I think that was the problem with Taryn. Who else? Who else was in the natural hair community? Well, Who Is Sugar? I loved Who Is Sugar. Did y'all know Who Is Sugar? Who else? Who else? Oh, Francesca. Um, yeah, Jessica Lee. Is that her name? Jessica Lee? Francesca Lee? Jessica Lee. Her. She's an OG. I'm trying to think of who else. Who's that other light skinned girls? Oh, T. Pendale. Well, let's go into comedy. Of course, T. Pendale. Who else? Who was that light skinned girl? I don't remember her. there was another Hot Damn Rock, is that his name? I loved him. Larry Levine Jr. Is this Larry Levine Jr.? Something Levine Jr. Something Levine Jr. I loved him. He was funny. But once he had a baby, he started he started having doing baby mama videos and shit. Okay, I didn't really have a problem with her, especially, but it was like she was getting views from people who didn't even have her texture. Yes, but because she had the kind of hair that people like admire because she's a 3C something, she got that kind of hair. And so people was hating, you know. I didn't hear about that. The main thing I remember about Taryn was that she got exposed for sleeping with someone's husband. And I love hoes like that, so that's my tea. Wear it out. So she got all the commercials and brand deals while they were left behind while the dark skinned girls started it. See, I didn't consider the dark skinned girls who started. When I got into the hair community, I followed a lot of girls, but there was a thing about Karen, Taryn, and other girls. It wasn't just her that the bigger brands were going after those mixed girl looks, but folks start calling it out. Folks start calling out that y'all keep going for this 3C, 3B, 3A look of girls. Y'all not going through the fours. And so, yes, I did that, but it wasn't just Taryn. It was a bunch of those mixed looking girls that was getting those deals. And Napster 85 was getting a lot of deals too. What is your views on Shan Marco on Instagram? I don't know that person, but let me look him up. Shan Marco. How do you spell it? Shan Marco. I don't see that person. Is that their name? I see Shan Marco fans. Oh, that person. Oh, I see. I don't really think anything about that person. I feel like Shamarco, I feel like I don't know, y'all know Young Mellow, like Young Mellow, Tiki um Cookie Tookie. Like there's people who are popular where we're not laughing with them, we're laughing at them. And I feel uncomfortable with that. And that's one of the people. Like Lynn, the one that got no teeth. Maylene, y'all know Maylene? No, y'all know that Asian girl named Maylene? Is that her name? Uh, Hi, Victoria. Who is this person? Mm, Victoria Chavez. Who's Victoria Chavez? mm, Hold on. Is that the girl I don't like? Hold on. Victoria Chavez. Hmm. You're not the. You're not. Oh no, that's Tasmania. Tasmania. Hmm. What her name is? Tasmaya. I thought you was her. My bad. I was about to block you so quick. Let me see. Jerry Levine. Yes, that's his name. You're right. Him and his I Hot Damn Rock were my favorite. Yes, I wanted to have the shit out of Jerry. Ooh, that was my baby. And T. Pendale. They was so sexy. But he got married, yeah, he switched it up. He got married and honey, they started doing couples vlogs and shit. I was like, okay. His wife looked like Doug from Nickelodeon. It's crazy how we can trace the natural hair community back to specific people. Yeah. Taryn was like the first 3C mixed girl on natural YouTube. Yeah. Hmm. You hear about Nat 85 separating from Felipe? No! They broke up? No. Didn't he cheat with a subscriber? What? Whoa, y'all wearing me out. Like y'all talk about Olivia's daddy, Felipe, separating with her husband. Whoa. Did he cheat with us? Baby, y'all spilling all the tea. Um, I want all that tea, baby. I need to go back and watch. Um, Sydney Star. Why did you bring up Sydney Star? What's her tea? Um, Coco. I don't know that. Lynn needs dentures. Yeah, those people, those kind of people, I'm uncomfortable watching them because it feels like we're laughing at them and not with them. It feels uncomfortable to me, and that Shamarco is one of them. It's like I don't know if this is supposed to be funny or y'all being shady or y'all. It just feels uncomfortable for me, so I don't really follow people like that. Um, yeah, the no teeth character, I just can't. But as an adult, I get it. It wasn't just Taryn. Now though, the natural girls are pretty much all three ABC. So the natural girls I follow are not. So I made it really strategic that I follow the girls who were more my more my hairstyle, more my hair color, not hair color, hair texture. Um, and I'm like a 4B. I was actually rooting for Cookie at one point. Yes, when she got out of prison, I was like, yes, come through. Now come make us laugh and where. But then it got weird again. Every time she says she's sober, she just goes back to her escapades. Yeah, so weird. The three ABC girls co-opted the movement with the assistance of the way YouTube got monopolized. White supremacy uplifted those girls. Oh gosh, but I do believe that. Like I do believe that part of that is true, but I also believe that the audience, because of that, moved towards those girls. I don't think it's just the YouTube algorithm. I think some girls wanted that kind of hair, and so because they wanted that kind of hair, they gravitated to those girls. So they would watch those girls, and so they got popular because there was girls who were really popular. Kimmy Tube was popular as fuck. Um, African Export was popular as fuck. Something within me feels some type of way when I see the girls make a mockery of the trans community or themselves. So girls like Cookie Cookie can't. It's not funny. It's sad. Yeah, I don't fuck with that. When it feels like we're laughing at you and not with you, that's when I have to get up out. And it got to the point where I couldn't watch a Cookie Tookie video without being uncomfortable. I was actually rooting. Yeah. We got that. Where did Kane Carter is Hot Damn Rock. He was the other one. He was going through so much in the last 4 or 5 years. I hope he was doing okay. Yeah, he came back and did a video about. I remember he was stealing people's shit, like stealing people's routine for videos. I remember that. But I also remember he had came back and did a video maybe like a year ago. Was it like a year ago or 2 years ago? Where he had come back and just kind of explained what was going on and how he left shit alone, which I'm like, interesting. It was very complex when it comes to hair conversation because texturism is real, absolutely, definitely, and how popular you are can be affected by, you know, texturism, the issues with that. But I just saw there was dark skinned for something hair girls who were popular that I watched that were just as popular or more popular than Taryn, like African export, like Kimmy Tube. Like Kimmy Tube was huge. Kimmy Tube was huge. Um, Whoa, what? Yikes! I didn't know that. I see. It wasn't every single video, Kiana, but it was some of his videos that were stolen jokes, like stolen routines, and he got called out about it. And you know, yeah. Ah, yes. Oh, sweet, oh, sweet, oh, sweet, oh, sweet, oh, sweet. Oh. African export left. Like she left on her own. Because look at like Naptro 85, she's huge now. She got her own line. Bonnie Blue is another YouTuber. I don't remember her. Latoya Faber, I don't remember her. I remember Fabulosity. I remember who's black girl with long hair. I remember her. I remember the twins, Kelsey and something, the something twins. Kelsey, one of them name was Kelsey and one name was Kelly and Kelsey, something like that, the twins. I remember, yeah, she was. But Taryn had fell off. Like after she did that tour, she had fell off. Yeah, she had fell off. She wasn't popping a little bit. I remember her. Yeah, Taryn wasn't the one. There was another one who was the one light skinned girl who was like, "Oh, girl, you get all the deals." I didn't feel like that way with Taryn. I didn't feel that way with Taryn. I felt like Taryn had a little struggle. There was a little bit of something with her, but it was another light. I can't remember her name because she was annoying. I didn't like that. I kind of liked Taryn, but this other girl, I felt like she was getting all the deals. Oh, what was her name? With the poodle, with the brown poodle. Brown skin girl. Something Afro curls. Afro and curls. Afro. She had a poodle. Was it Shameless Maya? Shameless Maya was one of them. Yes, that's Shameless Maya. That was one. who was starting to get deals. Andrea's Choice. Yes, those girls. The way you're talking about Karen is um is what I thought about like Andrea's Choice. Even though I live for Andrea. Whoa! When I first saw that bitch on camera, I was like, she was so sickening. She was so sickening. Shameless Maya gives me annoying. I don't get annoying from her. I get commercial. Yeah, Taryn wasn't up there. Andrea Choice appealed more to white girls. Yeah, those were the Andrea Choice, Shameless Maya. Those are the girls. I feel like I feel like Taryn was too black for it. She had too much black content. Like it was not black. You know what I mean? She wasn't like them. Like those are the girls who I was seeing getting deals. I don't watch any straight men on YouTube. Okay, so I do watch some straight men. So especially the comedians, but I also watch the problematic ones. So Robert Perkins, y'all know him? Y'all remember him? Robert Perkins, he was like a hotep ass nigga with long dreads. I don't think he got dreads now, but he had real long dreads, and he was like, his name is Robert Perkins. I don't know what his name on YouTube is now, but I followed him. I'm trying to think of all the problematic dudes, all the problematic people. Robert is a mess. I think he fuck around. I don't know. Robert is on my Facebook friends list. We cool. Um, he's the type of person that what I see him, he's the type of person that's cool with you if you trans or queer, if you put your black before your queerness. Like if you put your all these motherfuckers is like nowadays saying, I'm black first. I don't say that. So if you think like that, I don't agree with you. As I have said many a times, it's I'm black, trans, and a woman all at one time, and they all coming in at one time. I'm not putting no hierarchy on my identities. That's how I think. But he's the type of person that wants you to put black before everything else. And if you do that, you walk to him. I watch Tariq Nasheed from time to time. Hell no. That is the devil. Him and Brother Polite and Omar Epps are the Trinity. Like the black patriarch holy, not holy at all. Unholy Trinity. You know how they in the church they say the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That is Tariq, Omar, and Brother Polite. All of them are the devil. They are the devil, just on the bad side. I do not fuck with them at all. I do not fuck with them. I am so disappointed in myself because I actually bought Hidden Colors. But you know that's the thing about it. If you pro-black, sometimes you run into these niggas like this. And so I had bought Hidden Colors not knowing that he was the producer. And I was so mad that motherfucker got my money. Because I actually liked Hidden Colors. I actually liked it. Until I saw, what's that Black Florence Wellesley? She passed away. When I saw her on there, and then saw that lady with the, that be wearing the Queen Latifah, UNITY, that's a unity, UNIT, no, Nefertiti hats. She's a hotep ass bitch too. When I saw them on there, I was like, what? Who are, what? It was crazy. I did like the Hidden Colors, but it's certain people on there that I know are homophobic. And once I seen them, I was like, whoa. Oh, who is like? Why am I watching this? Like it's certain people on there that I know have homophobic. Yes, her, Shazaza Ali. Is that her name? No, no, wait. It's something Ali. Ali is something. She's a light skinned older woman, and she always got them fucking hats on. She always got them Unity hats, them fucking Nefertiti hats. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them Queen Latifah hats. UNITY. UNITY. That's a unity. Is that her name? Shiraza? Well, I'm Googling her and that's not coming up. Yes, that's her name. Yes, her. Yes. When I saw her on there, child, I was like, oh no. Let me get out of here. I knew her last name was Ali, but yes, it's I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a Arabic name, but that's the name. Shahrazad. Sharazda. Sharazad. Something. Yeah, so she's from Ohio. Yeah, so it was her, and what's that? Florence Wesley. What's her name? What's that? She's a woke black lady, but homophobic. Is it kind of got a salt and pepper afro? It start with a W. Yep, Frances Cress Wesley. Yes, her. She homophobic too, so I don't fuck with her. Yep, Zaza Ali. Zaza is pretty. I do like Zaza because she's pretty, but I don't watch her. But I'll be like, oh, I watch. I can get glamorized by pretty sometimes. But yes, Zaza Ali is homophobic as well. But Francis Crest Wrestling, oh child, I saw if I see them on anything, I'm like, oh, who's the producer? Because I know they homophobic. Because child, Iyan, who's that? Iyana, who is that? I grew up old school hotel. Yeah, I did too. All of my old heads are like Muslim, Hotepi, da da da. So a lot of these names, I know they homophobic as fuck. And Zaza is from Zaza's from Oakland, ain't she? Ain't Zaza from Oakland? Why is it some kind of theme? In order to be pro-black, you have to be homophobic. Sunkissed Alba was another just gorgeous natural hair black girl in the room. Yes, she used to get till too. She was one of them ones that got deals as well. I learned what a hotel was at young growing up in Harlem. Yeah, 5%ers like Erica Badu. She 5%ers like all the girls. All the girls I used to like are just drama, just pick me's. They're either hotel homophobes or they're pick me's, and I hate that. Yes. I'm trying to think of who else was the straight dudes. The straight dudes I watched was Robert, and most of the straight dudes I watched was like comedy. There was only a few serious ones that I liked. Who I'm trying to think of who do I watch? I'm trying to think of who I watch now. But those are all like to me YouTube OGs. Who I watch now that are kind of new? I watch Julesy. She kind of annoying sometimes though. Sometimes it's something about her personality that I don't always like. I'd be like, But Julesy, of course, I watch Kimberly Foster. That is my feminist goddess. I love Kimberly Foster for Harriet. Um, I love Jackie Ina. That's Jackie Ina is a YouTube OG. Jackie Ina, I really just got on the Jackie Ina train. I never would really watch Makeup Guru. Much love from KY. I don't know her. Um, I don't really watch makeup gurus because I don't really be fucking with makeup like that. But I don't know. I like Jackie Ina's pro blackness, and then I kind of like her person. Not kind of. I do like her personality on her videos. So I watch her videos when I'm cleaning up. But I just got on the Jackie Ina train. Who else do I like? Nikki Perkins. She's a new person I watch. Kimberly is on another level compared to these other black female YouTubers. Kimberly is on, it's just another, she's so brilliant. She's so smart. She's just so good. Um, Dormtiment, I don't know who that is. Um, I was watching your unseen video and I initially thought it was about the Grim Sleeper. Nope, it was about a serial killer by the name of Anthony Sowell. I watch Lovely T sometimes. I don't know her. Um, is that a 90s thing? A lot of old heads who came into their blackness in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, you can kind of say that. Yeah, kind of. My mom hints that was her back in the day. It traumatized her. Yeah, because that patriarchy traumatized her motherfucking ass. Yeah. It's like Muslims. There was a surge in Muslim activity a while, in those times. But if you have any type of feminist um, bone in your body, those things are not going to work for you as a woman. Like if you going to be a Muslim, if you got any type of feminist thing, you're going to be uncomfortable because they want you to be, you know, that kind of chick. Yeah. All the feminist Muslims that started off as this is what a lot of women that I knew, they would be Christians. Christianity didn't work out for them. They got woke and went over to being a Muslim. So they got woke in their blackness and went over to being woke Muslim. They either, if they didn't get woke in their gender politics, they stayed there. If they did get woke in their gender politics, they moved out of Muslim and went into something else, usually into something witchy. But that's how it was for me. They got woke in their blackness, went to Muslim, and then when they got woke in their gender shit, where they can't deal with this oppressor patriarch, they went into something else. The Israelite absolutely are well to know feminism there, yes. I love Julesy, African Hair God, Simply Food by TV, and Black Simmers. I don't know anybody except for Julesy that you just named. Grim Sleeper is very similar in that killer. He killed more women. He was a monster his whole life and wasn't arrested in 2016. Police let him run wild in Atlanta. He killed a bunch of black women. The Grim, you call it the Grim Sleeper. Is there a documentary on his life? I like stuff like that. American Serial Killer and where the Grim Sleeper. Oh, he looks scary. Lonnie David Franklin. Does he have a movie? Do he have a documentary? I'll look into him. Oh, username. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the $5 donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Um, I just woke up getting here late. Did you already discuss Sir Night? Yes, we discussed Sir Night on my last live last Friday. Yes, the last live on Friday we discussed that, so you can check that out. Um, yeah, this was just a random one that I just wanted to talk about. Um, there's a lot of documentaries on the Grim Sleeper and movies. Apparently, he only has one survivor. Oh wow! But I see the documentary on the investigation and it made me so mad. I'm gonna have to check that out. I like stuff like that. He didn't fit the profile of a serial killer. He chose victims the authorities wouldn't care about. That seems like that fits the description. Okay. He often worked on cars in front of his front yard while chatting with passerbyers, not something that a person who fits the profile of a serial killer would do. More specifically, over 80% of serial killers are white between the ages of 20 and 30. Franklin was a black man who committed his first known murder at the age of 32. He chose victims the authorities wouldn't care about. His victims strayed from the standard profile, too. While serial killers most commonly target white women, the victims of Grim's Sleeper was all black, but he's black. So I would think that black serial killers would victimize black victims. But okay. More so, the murder began in mid 80s in parts of Los Angeles where the use crack cocaine was rampant. Blah 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 blah. There was one survivor. Um, Anitria Washington is the only known survivor of Franklin crimes, and the woman whose bullet wounds would match with the cold cases. Finally added a description of the attacker. LAPD little existing evidence. Damn, he was wounded out. The controversial use of DNA brought him down. There might be a lot more victims. Upon his arrest in 2010, Franklin's home was searched. The detective took nearly 100 and 1,000 photos of women and teenage girls, some nude, unconscious, bleeding, some presumably dead, into evidence. After identifying the known victim, police began to wonder if there were more murders tied to the Green Reaper. At a press conference last spring, we certainly don't believe we were so lucky and so good as to know all the victims. We need public help. Ooh. It's common for serial killers to take break between killings, at least in his case. A 14-year gap does not seem likely. Though not charged for her murder, police believe Franklin is responsible for the death of Thomas Steele, who was assumed to be the friend of Franklin's victim, as well as everywhere from 14 to 100 unsolved murders as Jane Doe's. Franklin maintained his innocence on all charges brought against him, so DNA and witness may be the only means to solve these crimes. Yeah, I would love to see a documentary on him. Um, Let me see. They said he killed 35 plus women. I've noticed a lot of younger black women just going straight with you due to a lot of the spiritual stuff, embracing divine femininity. Yes, that's how I did. Um, and it was affirming. They could only charge for 13. Diamond, we need to do a compare and contrast of So Well and the Reaper God. That would be fun. Reaper's Keeper was worse than him. Um, of course, he chose black women. They don't look for black women now. They're missing. If they would have looked at a white woman, he would have got caught. I don't know, because they barely was looking. They barely be looking for them now too, unless they rich and white. Not if they poor and white. They don't be fucking with them. Brandon, that would be perfect because I will often confuse the two. He had the wallet of the woman who got away from him. He went to her house and asked if she knew who he was, and she didn't realize until he was gone. Oh, she was. Oh, he was ready to wear her out, and she said no. The worst of the serial killers is Albert Fish. Look him up. He cannibalized a little girl. Robert Albert Fish. Eek. I don't know if I would be interested in that one. I don't know if I would be interested in that one. I don't. I kind of like people with poor or black victims because I like to see how the police, how racism plays a part in their lack of caring and how it plays a part in them not catching them. The majority of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims were black male and one dark skinned Asian. Yes, he was loud. Is that how you say it? Loud? Lao? Loud. Because the loud boy, the black girl, oh my God. Did y'all watch that documentary on they did a piece on him where they interviewed the victims. Like they interviewed one of his victims that got away, and they interviewed the black girl who found the loud. Who found the loud boy who had blood coming out of his booty and he had got away from him and he felt and the police came. She had called the police and the police came and Jeffrey Dahmer told him that was his boyfriend, even though he looked like a 12-year-old, and they let him go back in the house with the boy and end up killing the boy. Child, after the black girl said no, the black girl had found him. Child, it wasn't a podcast. It was a I don't know what show. It was on TV. Mm, let's not forget Ed Buck, him overdosing those two black men and doing it multiple times. Child, these niggas just get away with anything. That would be a good movie. No, look up Edmund Kemper. He is the worst. Y'all and all these killers. Edmund Kemper. Oh, Edmund Kemper. This is the dude that was that cut off his mama head and fucked her headless body. um, that was really, really smart. He was the one that they start doing the FBI files on Mindhunter. Did y'all watch Mindhunter? He was the one he was talking to them about. He is noted for his large size because he was 6'9", and for his high intellect, possessing an IQ of 145. Oh, he's still alive too. He's 71 years old, still alive. Yeah. So I haven't watched that podcast, but the show that I'm talking about, it gave like a live interview of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims and how he ended up coming to his house, how he got away, how the cops were ignoring what he had said, even though he warned them. He was warning them, and then what else? I heard about True Crime Podcast. I heard that was good. Um, then he called over her best friend and hurt her. Damn, and called her and killed her and hung her up in the closet. This after he already killed two girls earlier that day. Podcast on the left. No, what podcast is that? I know the story. I didn't know they were able to interview anyone from them. Yes, the cops that let the Dahmer victim go just retired a week ago. Yes, like a month or two ago. When that came out, like when that episode came out, it was the anniversary of that shit happening, and they had or something, and they had just retired. They go in depth about serial killer for a guy he killed his grandparents. Yep. He assisted in tackling the Zodiac killer. Yeah, he helped them out. He helped them out a lot. He born in the same years as my grandmother, 1948. Mm. Oh, he was killing hitchhikers. Damn, he was running them out. Let me write this stuff down so I remember it. So, true crime podcast, and criminal perspectives. Is that what it's called? Criminal perspectives. Yes. We talk serial killers, and I gotta go to sleep after you end this live, Diamond. I ain't saying it. I'm no punk. But that's funny. It's weird too. Oh, we 25 minutes over. I ain't trying to be here this long. It's called Last Podcast on the Left. Let me write that down. Last podcast on the left. Yes. So, all right, y'all. I will see y'all Friday. Make sure y'all check out Marsha's Play tonight, Thursday. We will be talking about Hope Giselle. We will be talking about this trans prisoner that's having to sue the prison that she's in because they're letting people rape her. We will be talking about boycotting DL men on the show. So yes, those are the three subjects we'll be talking about. Hope Giselle, that controversy with her on the grapevine, and boycotting DL men and the PREA Act. Mm-hmm. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see y'all Friday. Make sure y'all thumbs up. And make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and Facebook. See y'all Friday.